You know I like my chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio up. I like to see the sunrise. See the love in my woman's eyes. Feel the touch of a precious child. Know a mother's love.
Okay, let's talk about the BBS. The BBS is the breader, blender, sifter. Okay, so that's basically a table that has a blending system built into it and has all the ergonomics of a nice workflow in your business. So why would you purchase one of these items instead of just putting a tub of breading on a bench and a manual sifting system, if you even have that? Well, it's about speed and consistency, quality, labour reduction, food reduction, and really making sure that the product is food safe as well. So you need to remember that when you're doing fried chicken, I mean, you're doing excellent quality fried chicken, you're doing it in good volume, and if you're not, you want to, you're going to have a great flow of food throughout your facility. So you need to worry about how the food is prepared and what order that it's prepared and the ergonomics that you're working with. So we can design these BBS units. There's a whole range that are already set up and ready to go, which will work with the flow of food that you have and work with the size facility that you have and the volume of product that you have. Now, the raw product coming in, now that might be sitting up in front of you on a 45-degree angle like the video I'm just about to put on for you. The raw ingredient will be up the front. You may have a batter basket off to the left with like a fry basket style. You may have a two-handed basket off to the side. Then you basically put the chicken in your breading and then you flow it through to the right onto a clip-on tray that's onto the right there. But this particular unit, what this one has here, has the batter basket or a dipping basket, which could be water, it could be buttermilk, it could be batter. At the front here, it has an ice bath here to put your raw product, or simply you can have the raw product in this size container here. And then it's got the breading portion of the piece of equipment. Underneath it's got the sifter, which we'll go into in a second. I'll get a bit of a close-up of that in the video of how the sifter portion works. So this particular unit, it's important to have the right ergonomics. It's also important about food safety. You need to imagine when you're breading the chicken continually, you're going to get clumps of the chicken juices, etc., in the actual breading station or in the breading. And when that goes on the outside of your freshly breaded chicken that you're just about to cook, that forms horrible little clumps that not only don't look good, but certainly may not cook properly, but they're not food safe as well. You imagine you might have been breading chicken in here for hours and you haven't sifted it. Those clumps of breading, well, they're not food safe. They're going to have bacteria in there and they're not going to taste that great or look that great. So it removes those. And also, you've got your herbs and your spices in your breading here, which makes your product stand out from the rest of them. This will sift and blend it together, so it's always consistent versus just having flour and hand mixing it, etc. The breader, sifter, blender will do all of those things for you at once. So it makes it a lot more food safe. It's going to save you some labour as well. Having all of this in the one place and having it consistent so you can train your staff how to do left, fold, press, turn, have all these steps in place where you can train your staff to be absolute consistent in the manner in which they prepare the chicken. And look, the big guys do that. Just turn 7 times, flip 2 times, shake 6 times. And that's how they get absolute consistency throughout their facilities. You can't just throw chicken in a breading station. You can't just put 20 pieces in one and 5 pieces in the next of your dipping basket. You can't have your batter mixed differently every single time. You can't have the raw ingredients not blended and have the product at the beginning of the day with more pepper on it than the end of the day. So you need to have absolute consistency, and this is what this particular unit can do for it. So that gives you the ergonomics, the speed, reduction of labour, and also improvements of quality. So we're going to talk about next the Tumble Marinator. So the Tumble Marinator was a little unit I showed you earlier, and we'll start talking about how that can help get your product marinated perfectly before you bread it.
You know I like my chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio up. I like to see the sunrise. See the love in my woman's eyes. Feel the touch of a precious child. No mother.